Hey, and welcome. My name is Allison, and I have a website called Winning Your Relationship Game, and I want to help you create a relationship that you love. So much of our relationships begins with the relationship to ourselves. So today we're going to talk about changing thoughts that don't serve you. We talk to ourselves more than we talk to anybody else in our entire life. And some of the things that we say to ourselves is very damaging. So I want to tell you a story. I worked with an adolescent girl a few years ago, and we were working doing cognitive behavioral therapy, which is an approach that examines thoughts and supports changing those thoughts. So I asked her if she trusted a certain thought that she had, and she replied, "No, my thoughts lie to me all the time." Wow. I was blown away because a truer statement has never been made. We all develop our thoughts and beliefs early in life, and usually before we even have the ability to discern whether they're true or not. So those thoughts and beliefs become fixed in our brains, and we just accept them as truth. So I kind of think about them as a railroad track, and as long as that track exists, the mind just runs whoosh right along that track smoothly, right down that negative self-talk track. With effort, you can move the track. Little by little, you can challenge the belief. It's kind of like putting drops of water on the track, and eventually it'll wash that track out. Or at times, our beliefs can get dramatically derailed by some kind of a great insight. You can have influence over your thoughts and you can make advantageous changes. This is something that's within your control. And you might wonder why you should even look at your thoughts. Well, thoughts can be real, but not true, right? We all have a laundry list of beliefs about ourselves that influences our feelings and behavior all the time. So you ever felt like you looked nice and put together? Did that influence how you acted out in the world? Of course it did. When your thoughts and feelings are aligned, your behavior can't help but follow that. On the flip side of that, have you ever gone out to the grocery store in sweatpants and no makeup? I know that influences me. I'll leave my sunglasses on and I hope that I don't see anybody that I know. I feel frumpy and I think I really shouldn't go into public like that. That's one of my belief systems. But the truth is I can go out into public pretty much however I want. And then since our thoughts impact our feelings and our behaviors, it serves us best to make them the most positive influence that we can. Sometimes thoughts can be tricky to identify or at all, and even more so to change. But remember that they work in concert with feelings and behaviors. You've got your thoughts, your feelings, and your behaviors. Three separate things, okay? If you behave shyly, for example, if you visualize yourself behaving in a non-shy way, what thoughts stop you? And this gives you some insight into the thoughts that are keeping you sitting quietly in the corner, for instance. Now, you also could imagine yourself as a non-shy person. How does that version of you feel? Let's say one way a non-shy person might feel is self-confident. Can you think of a time that you had a feeling like that? Experience that feeling in your memory and keep yourself in that state. That's a feeling state. Hang on to it. Imagine you feeling self-confident and approaching a normally shyness-inducing situation. What thoughts are coming up for you? Again, this gives you some information for self-exploration. Are those thoughts true? I know they're real, but are they true? I believe I shouldn't go to the grocery store in sweatpants, but is that true? Can I relax my belief just a little bit? If I convince myself that going to the grocery store in sweatpants is okay, then I'm going to feel a lot less embarrassed about going there in sweatpants, right? I'm going to behave totally differently. Maybe if I see someone I know, I'll smile really big and have a conversation with them. They may not even notice that I'm in sweatpants. So changing our thoughts can impact us in a lot of positive ways. And that is the best argument for examining the thoughts that automatically run through your head. Some of those things just aren't helping us, right? Beliefs such as I'm too old, weak, dumb, fat, skinny, shy, etc., those hold us back every day. If you can choose to believe a slightly more rewarding thought than the one that you have, and you do that over and over again, won't that be pushing you to be a better version of yourself? And who doesn't want to be a better version of themselves? So if you want to change your experience, challenge some of your thoughts. Change them into slightly better ones. Just like water drops under the railroad track, eventually you're going to displace that track and reroute it. It's going to go somewhere you want it to go. So name a thought that you can challenge today. And how would things be different for you in your feelings and behavior state if you change that thought? Just shift it a little bit. So I'd love to hear your feedback on that. And I'd love to hear what thought you decided to challenge today. Thank you for spending some time with me. It always does my heart good to see people who want to be better versions of themselves. I really appreciate all of your questions that you've been sending in. And if you want to go over to my website, winningyourrelationshipgame.com, I've got a self-coaching course that's available there that will help you go deeper in examining your thoughts, your feelings, and your behaviors, and help you be the best version of yourself that you can be. And I want to help you create a relationship that you love.